I have a question for you. Did you ever finish high school, or did you finish college, or did you finish any type of school? Because apparently you didn't read my title. This has nothing to do with my title. So are you slow? Or are you okay? Like, did you graduate? Wow. Just a simple question. Answer it yes or no. Because if you graduated, apparently you don't know how to. Sorry. Apparently you don't know how to follow directions and talk about what I posted. It's not funny. That has nothing to do with my title. Nope, that's not what my subject is about. Until you guys learn how to follow directions and do what I do, what I'm talking about, then I'm not entertaining any of you on here. So that's not what I'm on here for. Sorry. We'll just wait until some people come on here that want to talk about what we're going to talk about. Until then, you guys can just talk amongst yourselves, but we'll wait on people who want to talk about Wendy Williams. When they come on here, then we'll start talking. Till then, we can just sit here and look at each other. I want to know, will Wendy Williams be set free? And I want to know, hold on one second. Why do people hit me up? Why does, let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, North Korea, you're not in here. Get out of here because you're lying because North Korea is not able to send messages from North Korea. Anyway, Wendy Williams may be getting another evaluation about her health, her mental health. And this could be her way out. Right. Yeah. We're not dumb. I'm not dumb. I'm very smart, Alex Ortiz. With your fake name and fake profile, you cannot send messages from North Korea. So try it with somebody else, okay? Try it with somebody else, not with me. It would have been better if you had said, hey, I'm from Texas, but I got deported to Mexico. Then I might have believed that, yeah. But I don't believe that at all. Mm-hmm. Jessica, what are you talking about? Does that have anything to do with my title? I'm not entertaining any of you guys unless you're talking about what I'm talking about. So you might want to go find somebody else to talk to. If you don't know who Wendy Williams is, I'm not going to tell you if you don't know. You apparently don't have a TV or you don't have cable if you don't know who she is. Jessica, if you post any other jokes in here, you will be blocked. So don't post another joke. This is not your channel. That's because you're slow. I'm not going to wish you luck because I don't know what you're protesting for. I don't know why y'all think being older is funny or like it's a insult. Um, the older you get, the wiser you are, and it's a blessing to be older. If you live a long time, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's not anything to make fun of. I mean, it's half of you guys probably won't even live to see my age. Hmm. You never heard of her because you're probably not even in the States. You're probably not even in the States. Whether if I'm old or young, it doesn't matter. It's my channel. No, your mom's in a nursing home. Last I checked. Last I checked, Jessica, your mom was in a nursing home with your daddy and your grandma and your grandpa. I never said my age. No one said my age. Someone else said my age. You don't know my age. Jessica, you don't even have a profile picture, so whatever. You're too afraid to put your real picture up here because you're a bully and you like to bully people. Yep. Because Jessica is probably Jesse. Hello, Jesse. Yeah, Jessica is probably Jesse. Hello, Jesse. Jake, I don't worry about these people. This is why I was able to get 17,000 subscribers because of crazy people like this. So they're helping me, not hurting me. Especially Jesse. Yes. Kick Brick 23, shut up. Good morning, Liz. Well, if everybody shut up and let me talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. But everybody wants to take over and say shit. They don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm in Alaska. If all you people are watching my channel, I know you're haters because if you wasn't a hater, you would have hit my live and hit the like button and share the live. But if you don't, that means you're a troll. Well, it is my channel, but everyone is taking over and not talking about the subject. So we're just talking about other subjects since no one wants to talk about what I want to talk about. Since it's my channel, let's talk about transgenders. Let's get into transgender. I'm in Alaska. I don't work. I'm rich. I won the lottery. Should transgender men who become women be in sports? Let me give you my answer. No. And I'm gay. And no. Because you may take hormones and you may take all the stuff to break your body down, but you still were born a man. Sorry, that's just the way I feel. You have Special Olympics. You have Special Olympics. Okay. Okay. Aaron, if you post that one more time, I'm blocking you. Okay? If you post it one more time, I'm blocking you. So stop. We see you. We see you. So stop. If you are born a man, and even if you take hormones and all that kind of stuff, you're still born a man and you're still strong. And I just don't think you should. Now, the Trump administration, who I can't stand, they do have that right. Your daddy is RuPaul, not me. That's the only thing the Trump administration got right this time. But I still don't like them. I still think that they should have. Okay, and let me block you, Aaron. See, listen, I'll let anybody stay in my life. But if you keep posting stuff over and over again for attention, Aaron, I know you rode on the short bus. I know you're mentally touched, and I know you wrote, and you don't understand how to follow directions. But I asked you not to keep posting it, and you keep posting it, so you're going to be removed. And I usually don't like to remove people, but if you're going to spam my channel, then I'll remove you. But if I don't mind the trolls don't bother me. The trolls don't bother me at all. It's just the people who spam. If you're going to spam and keep saying the same thing over and over again, I'm going to remove you. But if you guys would please hit the like button. Liz, these are not regular people. These are trolls. So they probably won't hit the like button. But anyway, yeah, I just think that they should have a special league for transgender people and stuff like that. Good morning. But everybody may not agree with me, but we don't have to fall out with one another because we don't agree. And as far as transgender people in the bathrooms, I think that we living in a different time now, and I think that we should have, just like when you go to Starbucks, there is a Starbucks has a unisex bathroom. We need to have bathrooms that cater to men, women, and trans. You never been to Starbucks. You never heard of Wendy Williams. So, okay, well, I can't help you on that one. But Starbucks is not the only place that has unisex bathrooms. A lot of places have them. Greyhound has a unisex bathroom. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. We know there's two genders. We know that. Brenda, I'm not stupid. I think you're being stupid. We know that. We're talking about now that things have changed, then we need to just like how it used to be a long time ago when it was all black schools, all white schools. Well, it changed where people had to come together. Okay, yeah, you got to have unisex bathrooms because we're living in different times. And trans people, whether you like it or not, you religious people, whether you like it or not, they still have souls just like you, and they're human just like you, and they bleed just like you, they breathe just like you, and they have a heart just like you. I'm not a transgender person. I don't know very many trans people, but all I know is they live, pay taxes, and they're human just like you, and you're no better than they are. If they've been laid astray, who are you to judge? Who are you to judge? I guarantee you, if I knew you and I knew your history, I bet you got something in your life that you can say, you know what, I can't talk about these people because look what I did. Yeah, but see, I don't know that. So what? They believe in Jesus too. So who are you to judge them and tell them what they can and can't do? Judge not that you be not judged. You don't have to tolerate it. We're not tolerating Trump either. That's why they have all these millions of people that's going to the streets at the end this weekend. Hmm. Your commander in chief is a thug. He's a whore, He's done all kind of things. We don't even want to pull up his record. And your commander in chief can't even admit that he lost the election. God, Jesus hates sin, so that's why you need to shut up and stop judging people, because you're a sinner too, Abraham. Judge not. Well, let me put it like this: for all those who believe in God, nah, he's not better than Kamala. You can see that already. What he got going on, you can see that already. Even his own people. I guarantee you, before all this is over, everybody's going to turn on Trump. God allowed him to do this just so people can see that we have to appreciate our freedoms and our democracy. This happened for a reason. It won't last long. It'll die out. You know, the presidents, they have to do their 101st days in office to try to show off and show out and do all these crazy things, but it won't last. I promise you. And this has happened before in the United States. We've had crazy people in the White House before. We've had crazy people in the White House before. Trust me, we have. And this too shall pass. I promise you. I mean, you know what? I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't even like politics, but I do like my freedoms, and I like living here in the States. But I will tell you this: if Trump had just admitted I lost, I would have a lot more respect for him. But he's not even man enough to say, I lost. I lost. But instead, I don't like politics, but he decided to start up a lie. No, and he still can't. He can't just say, hey, I'm telling you, I would have so much respect for the man if he had to just say, I lost. He can't even say that. It's like a kid that gets in trouble and they know they did wrong. Instead of them saying, yes, Dad, I'm sorry. Jessica, if you post anything else like that in my live, I'm blocking you. She would have been a disaster. Well, guess what? He's a disaster, so we'd be even. You would never know because you wouldn't even be allowed around me. So, he can't even admit that he lost. So he decided to start a lie, start a cult. you know, made people believe a lie. And I promise you, all those people that voted for him, they're shaking their heads like, "No, what did I do? Oh my God, what did I do? hmm What did I do? Why did I vote for this man?" hmm He won. I'm not saying he didn't win, but at least we admitted it. He didn't admit it, Miss Brenda. I believe in Christ. I do. I totally believe in Christ. I was in church tonight. If you don't believe me, go look at my last video I posted. I was in church tonight. He's never said he's lost, and you shut up, you're lying. And all of those who are happy with your vote, good. We were happy with our vote too. But we know why he got back in the White House, because he bullied his way back up there and he lied. So y'all don't think that this man should be arrested for those cops being beat and pepper sprayed and maced with bear mace and stabbed and shot? Come on, y'all. My phone's about to die. Yeah. And see, Elon Musk is mad because the black folks took over South Africa. That's what he mad about. And he don't like blacks. I tell you, promise you, he don't like black people. I'm from Canada and I don't like what he's doing. Of course you don't. And Canada's let him know you ain't doing nothing over here to Canada. It doesn't matter. Let me put it like this, Regiment 65. Don't you know that if those had been black people that had did that to the Capitol, what do y'all think would have happened? I'm gonna let y'all tell me what do you think would have happened if black people had did that to the Capitol? I'm gonna wait. First of all, it wouldn't have taken all night for the army to get there. Yeah, there were blacks, but there wasn't the majority of them. And some of y'all who post comments on here, I'm not gonna respond to stupid posts. So don't you're not gonna get my attention by posting stupid stuff, okay? But but all this will end soon. Um, all this. Well, first of all, I shouldn't even be talking to you because you don't have a picture, okay? So that's the first thing. You're not even. You don't have enough balls to put a picture up on here. I got my face up here and my picture. You're not even bold enough to do that. And you want me to talk to you? I don't think so. But anyway, we know that those people we know it was a riot. You could look at it and you knew it was a riot. White people, a lot of racist white people get away with a lot of things that we could never get away with. Right. 1 year from today, none of this will matter. Your mama's dumb. That's who's dumb. Your mama's dumb. That's who's dumb. There's millions of people on the internet, so I guess we all dumb. You're just mad because you can't get the followers that I have. That's what you're mad about. Tell your daddy to grow up. Matter of fact, I'm not talking to you anymore. Yeah, we're gonna put Miss Abraham, Miss Abraham on lockdown. I'm not mad. I'm very happy. I'm a very happy person. Go back to look at my last video. I was in church tonight. I'm a very happy person. And is there a sin for getting mad and upset? Jesus got mad. Since all you Christians on here, didn't Jesus get mad? Yeah, he got mad. You think so? Oh, thank you, Kick Brick, for changing the subject. You think it's going to be a three-peat? I don't know. What makes me happy? Loving my neighbor. Yeah, I think Wendy's in her right mind. Yeah, I do. Did Jesus have a favorite meal? I don't know. I wasn't back then. that Patrick's dad that got arrested, was that here recently for being drunk? Was that recently or was that old? I just saw it last night on TMZ. I'm like, what? See, I don't understand rich people. Man, listen, Patrick's my home daddy. Listen, there's a lot of people out there who need money. And I want can somebody please answer that? Was this when his dad got arrested here lately? Was that a long time ago, or it just happened? And why don't this man have this recent? And this man got money. Why don't you hire a driver? Yeah, I think Wendy's in her right state of mind, and I think she's about to be released because they want to do another evaluation on her, and she's gonna walk through it. They're just using this woman for her money. Of course, she lost her mind when her damn husband did what he did. He cheated on her, got a baby out of wedlock. I mean, you would go crazy too after being faithful to your man and letting the woman drive your car that you bought with your own money. I don't think so. Well, I don't know about. I just know that Patrick, even if Patrick's dad doesn't have the money, oh, he play baseball. Okay, he has enough money to hire a driver. I don't understand rich people. Like I don't understand why these football players and these basketball players are getting their house broken into. That's stupid. You never heard of a Ring doorbell? What? Yeah, she's about Rice Krispie. She's about to do another mental evaluation. No, the love of money is the root of all evil, not just the money. Hello, Yolanda. Good morning, BK in the house, Brooklyn. It never makes sense to drive drunk. No, it doesn't. That's why I don't understand. Y'all have money, and it doesn't make sense for celebrities to have their houses broken into. Y'all are millionaires. We're not talking about that, Jake. You way off subject. Did you ride the yellow bus? Philly has worse fans. I don't know. Well, yeah, didn't Philly tear up the state, the city one time when something happened? I won't. I really won't. I see. I'm a Cowboy fan. I was raised in Texas. I will always be a Cowboy fan. Of course, we don't have that same team we used to have. Yeah, yeah, I almost burnt it down. Yeah, we don't have that same team we used to have back during Michael Irvin and that crew, and we probably will never get it again. But we were happy to keep winning over and over. That was a great feeling. So, do I want them to do a three-peat? Yes, I would love to them to do a three-peat. But I always like to see the underdog win. So, I'll probably be going for Philly. Jerry Jones needs to be fired. He needs to be fired. He needs to go. He needs to go. Jerry Jones needs to be out of here. He's the reason why they're not winning. Right, because they said they rigged it. They said they rigged. I'm not a big football fan. I'm really not. But they said they rigged. They said that the referees rigged it for them the other day. Patrick, shut up. Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make no sense. Steelers need to fire Mike. I don't know who that is. I told y'all I'm not big. See, I'm not big on sports, but I'm only big on sports when it get down to the last four. Like when it comes to the NBA, the basketball, when it's the last four games or the last two games, people who are going to play, and then football when it comes down to the um, playoffs. That's the only time I watch. You said NFL scripted so the team that sells the most merch can get the Super Bowl. That's crazy. That might be true. That might be true. That might be true. Who you think gets more views, RuPaul's Drag Race or the NFL, the Super Bowl? They have the smallest market, really? Wow, I didn't know that. I flew into Kansas one time. No, these are old glasses. I wish YouTube would switch up like I wish YouTube would switch up like TikTok because TikTok, if you take your screen and move it to the right, the letters are big. They don't do that on here, so I have to wear my glasses in order for me to see. I mean, I can see, but not see like I can see if didn't have my glasses on. Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas. I flew into Kansas City. Well, I was about an hour from a little town called Topeka, Kansas. So where did I fly into? I don't remember. I got booked for an event through my YouTube channel. I flew in. I was about 45 minutes from Topeka, Kansas. So I don't know if there was a Kansas City, Kansas, or Missouri. Oh, you flew into the capital of okay, Kansas. Okay. Yeah, I got my first booking, my YouTube booking. I do blogs, y'all. I do celebrity stuff, but I'm I I came home to do some stuff with my mom. So when I can't do my blogs in the daytime, I do my night stuff, and it helps because my numbers are up, and I have to do something because I have to keep my numbers up. So, but believe it or not, my night show is better than the day show. That's crazy. hmm So as long as I'm on here posting, that's all that matters. You flew into the capital of KS. Okay. Is Patrick's mom still living? I know his dad is still living. Is his mom still living? And where is Patrick from? Where is he originally from? Patrick Mahomey? Is that his name, Mahomey? Yeah, I'm from Texas, but I live in Canada. You're right. I'm trolling y'all like y'all troll me. I work at night, boo boo. Big Dallas. And don't be trying to figure out what I'm doing. I could be on vacation. That ain't none of your business. It's 7:40 in the morning. Where the hell are you at? Colorado Rockets have never won a World Series. Makes me a little sad. Oh, Rice Krispie, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, let's pray. Let's pray for the Colorado Rockets. Rockies. I ain't never heard of them. How many of y'all straight people watch RuPaul's Drag Race? Because I'm gay and I don't watch it. I do not watch it. And to really throw you a loop, I do drag and don't watch it. I don't watch RuPaul. I've never watched RuPaul Drag Race. I don't watch it, yeah. But a lot of straight people watch it. A lot of straight people watch it because they have RuPaul Drag Race. They have a lot of they perform a lot of the performers. They they work at a lot of clubs in Vegas and in Los Angeles, and 99% of the people who come to the shows are straight. Yeah, a lot of straight women. Yes, a lot of straight women watch RuPaul. I'm like, what? They'd be like, girl, did you see RuPaul? No, first of all, I'm not a girl. And second of all, no, I didn't see it. But a lot of people don't. See, listen, let me tell y'all something. A lot of people, you can't get the gay out of it and not realize that these guys are becoming filthy rich off of a TV show. If I'm not mistaken, I think the winner gets $100,000. If I'm not mistaken, I think the winner gets 100,000. But I know people who didn't even win the show. They got their makeup in Macy's and Dillard's and all these different stores. They get booked nonstop. From what I was told, if you just be on the show and have RuPaul's name behind you, you can your booking fees are just way up there. So at the end of the day, it's a business. It's a business. It's a business. RuPaul Drag Race is a business. Those guys are making money, big money. I personally would like to see a RuPaul's Drag Race women's version. I should have never said that because somebody gonna steal that idea from me. Damn. I would love to see a RuPaul's Drag Race women's version. Because I don't like baddies. I don't like violent videos and stuff and TV shows. I don't like that because those shows, um, no, just women. I mean, they can be lesbians, but women, period, you know? Because believe it or not, there's a lot of guys who dress in drag and they're not gay. I think they had somebody on RuPaul's Drag Race that was straight and he just dressed in drag. I think I might be wrong. You know, but I'm gonna tell you what's weird. When I go hang out in the LGBTQ plus areas, sometimes I see a lot of straight men. Yeah, I think somebody told me that. I mean, you know, you look at some of these celebrities who dress up in drag as for comedy. They're not gay. But when I used to go hang out in the LGBTQ plus area, I would see these guys. You know, of course, they walk like truck drivers and shit, and they be in full drag with makeup and wig. I'm like, damn, they hard. But someone told me, since they said they're straight, but they just dress up like that. What? Yeah, they're straight, and they dress up like that. And they're not attracted to men. They're attracted to women. hmm And they dress up like that, and they're straight. Well, they said that Marvin Gaye's dad dressed in drag. He dressed up in women clothing. Well, I won't say drag, but he was a cross dresser. And me, I do shows in drag, but you'll never catch me with a woman's dress on, shoes, wigs, nothing unless I'm doing the show. Hell no. Are you serious? Wow. Damn. Yeah, you'd be surprised what your grandparents used to do. Hmm. Yeah, but I've met guys, you know, me being an entertainer, a lot of times when I be on my shows, I met guys who wanted me to their fetish was for them to get in drag and be painted and do their makeup, and they paid me big money. Yeah, they wanted to be dressed up and had wives and girlfriends and everything. You don't never know what your husband is doing or your woman. Child, some freaky people out there. Some freaky people out there. Freaky people. And some women, I don't want to get too vulgar, but there's some women who penetrate their husbands. Yeah. There are some women out there who penetrate their husbands, and they say they straight, and they will beat up they beat up a gay person if yeah, pegging. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you, Charles. I guess that's the proper word. And they will beat you up if you try to come for them if you're a man. hmm I've never seen it on the internet, but my friend told me about it. Oops, I'm sorry. Uh, yeah, yep, yep. That's what it is. Pegging, pegging. hmm Yep. But to each his own. But I'm telling you now, the black mothers that I knew from back in the days. They are not going to allow their man to dress up as a woman. They not going to be pegging their man, and they not going to be say surely going to put up with no man running around with no wig and no dress on. Not the black women I knew. My mama show wasn't playing that. Okay, she wasn't having that. By the way, y'all, people kill me when they come on my live. They be like, "Why you look like you sleep?" When I'm reading the damn comments, I have to look down to read the comments. If I look up like this, everybody think I'm on crack. I gotta dye my hair. I'm gonna wait till the weekend before I go back home. But yeah, I mean, people have different fetishes and do different things. I feel like, look, as long as there ain't no children involved, do what you do, honey. As long as there ain't no children involved, we good. Y'all do what you do. A friend of mine told me there's an adult bookstore in Dallas. uh, a friend of mine said there's an adult bookstore in Dallas, and he said that. Thank you, Liz. By the way, my Cash App is listed on the bottom. If you guys would like to contribute to my show or while I'm out of town, hit the bottom and look on the bottom and see PT. That's me, number one for support. That's why trans is, I think, a fetish. No, no. Listen. I don't. When I started dressing up as a woman, I never had a desire to be a woman. Never even felt like a woman. I just like to entertain, and it was the way it happened for me was I was a okay. I started doing drag in 1982, y'all. That was a long time ago. Some of y'all asses weren't even born. Um, and then I stopped, but then I moved to Houston, and I saw drag queens that would look better than the ugly drag queens that I saw in my hometown, which I'm in now, because I was from the country. And all we saw was old drag queens, old white drag queens. I didn't see any black drag performers, only white. So when I moved to Houston, I was like, "Oh, these bitches are bad. I want to be like them." But because I like to entertain, I've always entertained. Even when I was in junior high school, elementary school, I was always on stage. I just like to entertain. Fix my mic. What do you mean? Was I covering it up? Was I covering up the mic? Is that better? Hello? Hello? Yeah, because I had it down on the thing. I hate holding it up. But I've always liked entertain. And so I didn't do drag again until later. Like when I left Houston, I was a dancer. I was like a male dancer. So I danced, and then I kind of did drag, but I didn't do drag. But no, you're not gonna say no prayer. Not in the middle of. You're not gonna come in here and interrupt my damn subject. So save your prayer. So so I started dancing as a male dancer, but I still like drag, and so I did an old lady act. I'm gonna get back to trans. Hold on. So I did an old lady act, and then from there, I started perfecting my drag shows, and then eventually when I moved to Austin, that's when PT was born, and I really took drag serious, and then I got to the age to where my male dancing got old because you know, I got older and I don't want to be showing my body and all that kind of stuff. And I was getting good at drag. So I said, I'm just going to do drag. I'm not going to be a stripper anymore because a lot comes with being a male dancer. Prostitution comes with it. Thank God I never got caught on drugs. I never did drugs because I know a lot of people who were dancers and they got caught up and they got into drugs and with because that goes a lot of times that goes with the dancing and stuff. But I thank God, I thank God. I can't begin to tell you I thank God that I didn't get on drugs and never did drugs. And and I know weed is not a drug, but I never even smoked weed. I just never did pills, never did nothing. Now I drunk alcohol, but I never depended on alcohol. Like, I never. Hey, what's up? There go my son. What's my son doing on here? What's up, Felix? So I never, like, I just never had the desire. And listen, there was a lot of people that I used to watch them go to the bathroom doing the cocaine. I seen them. Oh, I seen them. I even seen them in the last 15 years. Well, it's a drug if you put stuff with it, but I don't feel like weed is a drug. Alcohol is more dangerous than weed. Yeah, that's my son Felix. I have a bunch of sons, and what I mean by sons is through the years, me working in bars. Oh, you said too. Take a break from homework. So, oh, okay. um, I met them when they were young, and so I adopted them as my sons. And I have a lot of sons, and he's one of them. Felix is one of them. You said weed is for the weak-minded. Anyway, so anyway, back to my story. So when it comes to trans people, I don't feel like that they're messed up. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with them because think about it. Why would you want to go through the turmoil and people and dogging you out and embarrassing you and and calling you this and calling you that and scared to go to the bathroom because why would someone want to live like that? I really believe that they feel like they are trapped inside the wrong body, and I don't think they want to be women. I think they just feel different. I just don't feel like they're wrong. I just feel like it's just too many trans people. It's too many gay people. That I just don't feel like this. I just feel like people are born to be who they are, and I guess we'll find out when we die, right? Yeah, I feel that way. I really do, and I feel like we'll find that out the day we die. And listen, I had a trans daughter. Never had silicone implants. Never had her cheek done, her breast done, flat chested, sound like a girl, look like a girl. You never would know that he was born a male. Of course, unfortunately, he was murdered because I used to tell her, you got to tell these guys that you are a guy. They're gonna find out. Some of them didn't care, but she met this one guy and he murdered her. Unfortunately, but you have a lot of trans people who never get anything done to their bodies, and you will never know that they were women, that they were men. And you have some that do too much cheeks, too much breast, too much this, and then they're gonna clock you because and then to all then the trans people out there who run around say I'm trans, your voice is deep as mine, and you don't shave, you're not trying to be feminine, you just come on now. I don't know how they do it. I could never do it because number one, my voice is too deep. Number two, when I used to host, my son will tell you this, when I used to host at the clubs back in the days, I would sit there with my legs wide open like this. Y'all, welcome to the stage. Put y'all not like that, but sitting on the. They like, PT, close your legs. I said, I never told y'all I was a woman. They might just bust out laughing. I never told y'all I was a woman. I'm a comedian, and I'm gonna sit like I always sit. And if you don't like it, then don't look this way. There's nothing woman about me. Now I'm a good entertainer. hmm But but my dad was never around the trans guy. He used to pick me up from school, took care of me. So, okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Hold on. Let me read this again. I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna really very unladylike. Yeah, because I'm not a lady. That's why my sons call me Papa, a dad. I said my mother had a friend that was trans, but my dad was never around. The trans guy used to pick me up from school, took care of me and my siblings, and he was more okay. It's funny you said that, real man. Work, gift, of stream. Damn, you got a long name. Listen, what I'm about to tell you. Oh my God, you're going to die when I tell you this. In my apartment complex, there's a friend of mine. Yeah, but listen to this. There's a friend of mine Um, I met him in an apartment complex where I live in Houston. And I was just coming out one day. We wave, say hi to each other, whatever. And I noticed that he was always nice to me. I said, "Is he gay?" And no, and so we finally talked one day. And he said, "I want to let you know, I don't have an issue with you." He said, "I know you probably attracted to me, but I'm straight." He said, "My dad, who's not my real dad, was a female impersonator and gay and a drag queen, well, trans, raised me, and that's my real father." Oh, I said, "What?" He said, "That was my father." He said, "That's why I don't have an issue with you or gay people." He said, "My father was never in my life. And this trans person was, I don't know how, he told me how they met, but I forgot. But but his trans dad, who raised him, died. I think he said he died from COVID. He died from COVID. And he said, "That's who raised me. That's who raised me." Yeah. Yep. And I was like, wow. And that's why I tell people, stop saying, don't bring your kids around trans or gay people. They're going to turn out like that. That is not true. That is not true. Unfortunately, you have straight people, so-called straight people, men who do things to children, and you have, there may be some trans people who do stuff to children, but it's not all trans and not all gay people. It's that's not true. That's a lie. When you watch Predator, To Catch a Predator, that show, tell me how many drag queens did you see on To Catch a Predator? Not one drag queen. Not one drag queen. The only people you saw on To Catch the Predator were men. I'm going to block you if you say anything else. We see who you are, okay? We see you. We see you in the room, so shut up, okay? We see you. Um, on To Catch a Predator, it was mostly straight men with wives and kids, preachers, doctors, lawyers. Yeah, it was a few feminine guys, trying to meet up with young guys and stuff and girls, but you never saw a drag queen. You never saw a drag queen. So it's not true. It's not true. Me personally, I don't like being around kids because I am gay and people lie, they make up stories and so I don't even be around kids, period. It does not equal predator. It does not. I'm telling you. And when that guy told me that that he said, "That's my daddy." He said, "I do have a biological daddy." He said, "But that is my daddy. The trans person who raised me was my daddy." And I was like, wow. He said, "And I'm raising up my boys to love people for who they are and don't judge them." But let me tell you about his kids. He has 4 boys. Let me tell you what happened to his boys. This is so funny, y'all. They were young little boys. So him and his wife and the boys was out. They was going to go somewhere one day, and they was out in front of the complex. So they kept looking at me. I was like, "Oh shit!" They didn't clock me or something. Little kids, they could tell when you're gay or funny or something. Little kids can pick up anything. I said, "I wonder why they staring at me." The little boy looked at me. He said, "What are you doing at my dad's house?" And I said, "What is he talking about?" He said, "They think that the apartment complex belongs to his daddy." Oh my God. Y'all, I could have fell out. I almost lost it. It was so fun. And they were serious. They were serious. They believed, the little boys believed that the whole complex belongs to their daddy. That shit was so funny. I wish I had to put that on. If I could have put that on YouTube, that would have been a viral video. And then to add to the story, his last name, my family is last name, but I got more than one last name in my family. But Fletcher's is a part of my family. Yeah, I know Fletcher's are part of my family, and I found out he was a Fletcher, and he's from the Austin area, and most of the Fletchers in Austin are my people, and we're trying to figure out if we're kin to each other. We don't know yet. We haven't figured it out. So yeah, small world, small world.
But I just, I'm gonna say something, y'all, and I'm gonna say it like this, but I'm gonna say it. I say, I think all people should be treated with respect. Trans people are in general just. So you're saying you wouldn't bring your child around a trans person? Well, first of all, kids, small kids, just like okay, just like reading books. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. Just like reading books to drag queens that are reading books to children. Those kids don't know the difference. There's nothing to check out. What is there to check out? You need to be checking out the uncles and the aunts. The uncles are the ones that you should check out. Please don't ever get it twisted. Because the uncles can do the same thing that you think that a trans person or drag queen or gay person can do. Or let me go farther. Or the father could do. Your own father could do something to your children. Good morning. Can I get a witness? So don't ever get that twisted, baby. Don't ever think. Don't you ever think that is gays, trans, or whatever. It could be your father that could mess with your children, your aunt, your uncle, the preacher. Hello. So yeah. So, but let me say this before I was going to say something. I always say this. I always say this. If I had been God, things would have went different. If I had been God, things would have went way different. There's no way when the devil, I'm talking to the people who believe in God, because everybody watching me don't believe in God, but I'm talking to the believers. There's no way everything that I created that was perfect, that I would let some devil come and destroy everything that I created. There's no way. Not me being the Omega, the one, because I gotta twitch of the finger to say, you go away. But I wasn't God. I didn't create this earth. I didn't create. Maybe one day we'll understand it. Maybe one day we'll see. Then again, we might die, and maybe one day when we die, we might get it, and then maybe one day when we die, it won't be shit on the other side. We just won't know. And guess what? I can't die and come back and tell you. And that's something. Wow. Yeah. I know that I understand that, but do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe did I present it to you the right way? I'm saying that if I had been God, there's no way there wouldn't even be a devil in sight. Because if you're God, you can destroy anything that tries to come against you. I don't know. I don't. Because sin, and because of sin, and if he knew everything that was going to happen, he knew I was going to be gay way back before the earth was, you know. You said you what it was. I was educated with other people growing up. Oh yeah, yeah. But this is a lesson to everybody listening to me and watching me. Please don't let your children be left alone with grown men and grown women. Please educate your kids, and please let them know you could talk to me about anything. Don't if you don't ever make your kids feel like you know they can't talk to you about anything, because if someone inappropriately does something to your child, I'm not even talking sexual, but just let me tell you an incident. This girl, when we was young, she babysitted us, And I'll never forget it till the day I die. I said something, I don't know what I said, but this bitch threw a fucking 7 Up can and hit me upside my head. And years later, I told my mom about it. I will never forget what she did. And I was young, and I didn't tell my mom the years later, and she was mad about it. But you know, when you leave your kids around, you gotta have a relationship with your children, and you have to tell them. You could talk to Danny about anything. You could talk to mommy. You could talk to me about anything. If anybody talks to you inappropriately, please tell me, because I'm here to protect you. I'm here to be there for you for anything. Please tell me, because a lot of times y'all are missing the signs of something happening to your children, and then it's too late. I'm so glad. I hate to say this, but I'm so glad I didn't have children, y'all, because I would be in prison. hmm Thank you, Trina. What's going on? It started out a little rough. I would be in prison behind my child, because any grown person who violates, whether you're grown or young, but mostly young, any grown ass person who violates a child, I ain't gonna tell you what should happen to them, because this is YouTube, but it ain't friendly. And of course, we don't live in Iran, so we can't do what Iran do. But do something to a child in Iran and see what happens. Mm-mm. No, and I got nieces and nephew, and you better not. I better not. I'll be in prison, y'all. I would be in prison. I'm not gonna let the law, because you children don't have any say over what you do to them, because they're children. So you knew better. I, I'm just gonna say it. I think people who do stuff to children, they should be unalived. Put it like that. That's what we have to say on TikTok. Unalived, because you know better. And some of them ain't gonna never get it, because you say it's perfectly fine if you don't want children. Don't sweat it. They should be unalived, because listen, how many times on Catch the Predator that they say, "Oh, you've done this more than once," and imagine if they had really met up with somebody and did something to them. You've done this 3 or 4 times. You've been caught 3 or 4 times. Oh no, well, maybe not unalive, but definitely never get out of prison ever in your life, ever, because you ain't gonna make it in prison anyway. Because they're not gonna let you make it in prison. Them men ain't gonna let you make it in prison. You gonna be out of here. And let's not get it twisted. It ain't the men just. It ain't just the men doing it. It's the women doing it to the children too. Hello, somebody. Uh-oh, y'all. Delta Airlines plane and a Japan plane, hold on, collided at the Seattle airport. Oh, that's old. I saw that. Okay, that's old. No, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't want children. I would have loved children. Oh, definitely. Sometimes when I be on TikTok, oh, I see the little boys on there and the little girls. I say, oh, I would want girls. I would want all boys. No shade to the girls, but because I had to really hurt somebody behind my girls. Oh yeah, I would hurt somebody behind my child. Boys, what, both actually. Yeah, you raised three, yeah. Oh, I hurt somebody behind my children. Mm-mm. And then now in school, and now in school, the children, the damn teachers cutting up with the children, and you can't trust the children, the teachers with the children too, because they doing something with the children. Well, mm, how old are they now, Trina? Oh, they grown now. Okay. Yeah, they grown. Yeah, they grown now. But they're always your babies. They're always gonna be your babies. I've been with my girl for 10 years now since I was 30. We didn't want kids, but we have a fur baby. Oh. Have you ever thought about adopting? You only got two grandbabies. Oh. Let me ask y'all a question. How would y'all feel if your son, let's say son first, if your son was gay? How would y'all handle that? You said no damn kids, but look, look, and you ain't gonna. You love them, baby. You love them grandbabies, honey. Baby, you love them to death. Are they in your same hometown? My little nephew now, he's 6. He's 5 now. Let me tell you about him. hmm Okay, let me tell you about my little nephew. He's 5 now. So when he's at the age now where, yeah, I helped raise my grand. Yeah, I'm sure. hmm uh, he's at the age now where when he get mad at my mama, he say, "I'm Granny made me mad. I'm going to my mama's house." So then he about 2 days later, I'm mad at my mama. She made me mad. Granny, can I come over? So he at that age now. He go back and forth. He don't play with his uncle because I get his ass together. He just come over there. I don't let him get away with shit with me. I get his ass together. He don't fool with me. And we had to get on him because he stays on his phone. Oh, he stays on his phone. And so my mom told me the other day that she said she thought that she heard him talking to somebody on the phone. And my niece have told him, we've told him, hey, you can't be talking to people on the phone because it's dangerous and people are, predators out there. And let's say he's very smart. My nephew's very, very smart. He makes all A's in school now. He's 6. He's 5. He's very intelligent. He's very smart. And we tell him, and so he's like, he told my mom he wasn't talking to anybody. But then my niece came over and went through his phone and stuff. But we try to tell him, we're trying to teach him and tell him, it's bad people out there. And so he's at that age now. He can't put that phone down. Yep, that's all he knows, the phone. Yeah. But I admit, y'all, that I don't like to see him. His father's in prison right now, and he's never met his father. Oh God, I want to start crying. And I didn't know my biological dad till I got older. And even though his dad is in prison, I don't know when he's getting out. He talks to his dad over the phone. He knows about his dad and everything. But I want him to, even though I want him to meet his dad because that's his daddy, and he needs to meet his daddy. hmm Let me go back. Can't stand and see 5 little, for the phone. Yeah. Oh, he stays on the phone. We ride her bike. Yeah. Check this. Watch history. Block the weird stuff. That's when parents need to be more involved when they take me out. Don't worry, my son just came home from prison. And he knows about his dad. Let me tell you what's funny. When he was young, he talks, he tells everything. He went to school and he didn't have his front teeth. So he was talking. They said he was talking to the people in school. Granddaughter dad is a single parent. Oh, okay. And he was talking to the people in school. He said, "My granny don't have no teeth either. She put hers in the cup." We- he tells everything. That's why you can't say shit around him. This happened when he was like 4. He just tells everything. He went to school and he told everybody, my daddy's in. He works for the prison. This what his mama told him. So you know, and so he's getting older now. He knows his dad is in prison now. He said, "My dad is in. He works for the prison. he locks up the drug dealers and the bad people, so don't do drugs. So that's what they told him. So he told everybody that in school. But he does talk to his dad over the phone and stuff. So I can't wait till he meets him, you know. And I hope that he, you know, doesn't well man, if he knows we know we tell all kids about how to act and how not to be bad and don't do this and don't do that. But once they grow up, they got to learn on their own. You know, hopefully we're raising them right to do right. You know, but hopefully when he meets hopefully his dad will learn this damn lesson. And when he gets out, he doesn't do the same shit he did to get in there. Because if he do it, oh well, oh really? You know, hopefully when he get out, hopefully he learned his lesson, and don't repeat what he did to get his ass in there. You never seen your goddamn son. That shit don't make no fucking sense. You decide to fucking do drugs, sell drugs, and now you got a fucking son out here and they ain't never seen his goddamn daddy. That shit makes no fucking sense. If you know you have a son on the way, stop doing selling drugs. Sit your ass down somewhere. Go get a goddamn job and raise your son. And you better not ever fix your mouth to talk about nobody gay. But I hope I can't wait the day he meets him. Hell, he's going on 6 now, so he's going on 6. So I don't know when he gonna meet his daddy. You say he can come get his daughter. Yeah, and he has 2 brothers and sisters too. My nephew's been raised just fine, Tomcat. He's been raised just fine. Well, listen, we black folks, we know how to make it, okay? And if things get even worse than they are, we'll go find us an old rundown house, okay, honey? Get us some couple of we just need a 2 bedroom. That's all we need. A couple of beds, and even if we don't have rental water, we just have to make it work. We got to make it work. My mama told me, she said, y'all worried about Trump? We had it worse back then. She said the least people now can get food stamps, they can get housing, they can get all this stuff. We didn't have none of that shit. My grandparents didn't have an education. They didn't. My grandfather was a sharecropper. He didn't know how to fucking read, but that motherfucker had he had a farm and everything. Yeah, you might be right, and you might be right. You ain't lying, real men, and we'll find that out because my mama ain't gonna play that shit. When he get out, and if he ain't right, he ain't gonna be around there, and he ain't gonna want to be around there because my little nephew don't play that shit either. Yeah, I know groceries are high, but listen. And you know what? All of this stuff happening now, we need to get back to family. You know, we need to get back to family. We need to all depend on each other because we're gonna go through a rough time, and we need to all get back to family. And hate to say it, church too. For those who believe in church, you know. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've always wanted to have my own land. Bitch, if I just had me some chickens and some chickens and some a couple of pigs, which I know pork ain't good for you, but me a couple of cows, I can, you know, have my own land and have my own chickens and cows and have my own do my own food and shit, I'll be good. I've always wanted to have my own land and not live in an apartment or a home. Well, have my own land, living out in the country, and you know, have that 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 well water. And I got a friend that lives in Fulshire, Texas, and they live out in the country, and they got well water, and They got animals and shit like that. And it's nice out there. I would love to have that kind of living. Yeah, like Little House on the Prairie. Well, I don't want to go that far back. I don't want to have to chop up wood to have. Can you imagine back before electricity what it was like in the wintertime? Ooh, shit. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Can you imagine how much wood they had to cut up to keep to keep the house warm the whole winter? That's a lot of damn wood. I'm surprised some people didn't die from the winter. How else did they keep the house warm? Damn. And then to take a bath in the wintertime. Oh, Jesus. Well, I remember my grandmother. Yeah, right. Oh, this lady told me she's from our forget the word you would need. Yeah, this what the lady told me. The older lady told me they used to put their food before they had refrigerators. They put their food in the ground. That's what she told me. She said they put the food in the ground to keep it cold or cool. That's what she said. Y'all ever heard that? They made a way, some kind of way. They made a way. And I remember going to my grandma's house, and shout out to Bryan, Texas. It's not too far from Houston. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, yeah. They put the food in underground. The meat stuff to keep it cool. Well, it is cold. The ground is cool, you know. That must be a deep hole. And I remember going to my grandma's house, um, about 45 minutes from Houston, maybe an hour and 45 minutes from Houston in Bryan, Texas, up there by College Station. Oh, okay, you can dry out meat too. Oh, okay, okay. And my grandma had an outhouse. She had an outhouse. I remember using it. An outhouse. Can you imagine? You go out there to use the bathroom, as raccoons and skunks and all kind of shit. Smoked jerky. Ooh, that sounds good. But then the Eskimos, they lived in Alaska and they, you know, wow, that sounds good. But I'm gonna say something to everybody that's listening to me. This late night podcast started out really rough. We had a lot of trolls in here, but everybody finally kind of went away. Here go one right here. Mm, uh, so I want to say this to everybody that um and I don't want to turn this into a political conversation because I know everybody. Some people on here like Trump, some don't. So I don't want to turn this into a political fight. But I'm just going to say this: the United States of America is a very young country. We're not as old as the other countries. We're not as old as the other countries and stuff. And we're really a young country. We really are. I don't think the United States is. How old is the United States? I don't think it's 300 years old, right? We've been through a lot. This country has been through a lot. So I'm Canadian, so I want to come to Canada so bad. I really do. I want to come so bad, yeah. So let me finish what I'm saying, Tomcat. I we have been through slavery. We've been through, the Indians have been through slavery, Jim Crow, all of these. This is not the first time we've had. Um, this is not the first time we've had people like that in the White House. It's not the first time. Think about it. Think about how it was during. Uh, think about it. How it was during slavery when you had some people who wanted slavery, some don't. Some didn't want it. Think about it when, during the Jim Crow days, during the civil rights movement, when, you had people say we got to stop this, black crime and, you know, locking up black people for wanting to vote. This country has been through hell and back, and we'll get through it. And we'll get through it. We will get through it. Some kind of way. We will get through this. I know it seems rough right now. I know, and some people believe this may be the end. I don't know. Some people believe it might be the end. I don't know. Some people say he might be the Antichrist. I don't know. But if you're a Christian, if you're a believer, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Because in the end, as they say in the church, he gonna win, okay? In the end, he gonna win. I don't like what's going on, but I'm not afraid because I know that at the end of the day, the God that I believe in, the God that I was taught about, I believe that he's going to have the last laugh. And he's in control of everything, Can you imagine if you believe in this Bible story where Moses, well, not Moses, but when Pharaoh, yeah, yeah, when Pharaoh was holding on to the people and God was like, let them go. And he didn't want to let them go. God hardened his heart. And, those people never thought they would be set free. And finally, they were set free. It took a while. They went through a lot, but they were finally set free. So the United States, and let me tell y'all something. I know this may sound weird to some of y'all, but I love my country. In spite of all the shit they did to the Indians, the blacks, I love. I mean, I wouldn't. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I mean, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't. I would love to be in Canada because I heard Canada's, not. But you get what I'm saying. We've been through a lot. But the only way we're going to get through this is we have to learn to start respecting each other. We have to learn. And no politician is better than the other one, y'all. Yes, I am a Democrat. Yes, the Democrats have done some evil things. Yes, the Republicans, they've all done evil things. But I think until we learn, what's going to destroy America, and I hope it doesn't? We're going to destroy America ourselves, not the Russians, not the North Koreans, not the, it's going to be us. It's going to be us. So we're going to have to learn how to start respecting each other. We're going to have to learn. First of all, we got to keep God out of politics. We have to. The forefathers did that. I mean, I would love for us to all believe in Jesus and everybody in the United States lift up your hands and speak in tongues and roll in the floor. I'm from a sanctified, holy, roly church. But you can't force that on everybody else. We're not going to go there, KL. We're not going to go there. We're not nobody. I just told you, no politicians are perfect. None. No politicians are perfect. Okay, so we're not going to go there. What's going to destroy America is America. If we don't learn to try to get along with one another, try to understand each other, and live together. We have to learn to live together. But the forefathers did this. The white men did this way back in the day. They said there's a separation of church and state. The white people did this. Old white men with wigs on said there's a separation of church and state. But people in the politics are using their religion to say you can't be trans, you can't be gay, you can't do that. You gotta this is the United States of America, and people should be able. The United States, the capital, the White House is not a church. We all believe in God, but it's not a church. Just imagine if the people who took the planes and ran the planes into the 9/11. Imagine if those people took over the United States and made us believe the way they believe and we couldn't believe no other way, that would be absolutely wrong. Because they believe in taking planes and running them into buildings. You know that ain't God. Come on, y'all. That ain't no damn God. But that's what they believed. And it's wrong. Leave the church out of this. Democrats and Republicans. Stop trying to tell people that, well, God don't want you to be this. Maybe he don't, but this is not. That's why used to get mad at black people when Obama was in the White House. He was not a preacher. Obama's not a preacher. He's the president of the United States. He's not a preacher. None of them are preachers. Unless you know, let me ask you something, Tomcat. Do you know anything about Stonewall, Tomcat? Do you know anything about Stonewall? Everybody should have something. Well, as long as they don't involve children, you should have rights. Everybody. I need you to answer my question. Do you know about Stonewall, Tomcat? Okay. Go read up on Stonewall before you try to check me about what gays want funding and rights. I'm not talking about trans. I'm just saying listen, if we pay taxes, we should be able to have what everybody else have. Read up on Stonewall. So what? Everybody needs their own rights. And you're the only one in this whole conversation that's cutting up. Everybody else is doing good, and here you come. But let me just say this. If you don't know about Stonewall, if you don't know the reason why we celebrate Pride, gays pay taxes and they work. Let me block this person. I'm going to start blocking people, y'all. Okay, I'm blocking you because you're not going to come in and cuss me out. You're not going to cuss me out. No, if you can't have a conversation with me without cussing at me, then you get off my channel. But understand what I'm saying. We have to I want to keep religion in it, but we have to keep religion out of it. We have to keep religion out of it because everybody, if that's the case, yeah, bye, Tom. If that's the case, then damn. Just imagine if everybody put their religion in it, we all be screwed up. We all be screwed. But some people don't know about Stonewall. Let me tell y'all something that y'all probably don't know. Did y'all know that there was a gay male who put the March on Washington together? Not Martin Luther King. It was a gay man who started the civil rights movement. His name was Bayard Rustin. Google him. He put that big march that you saw in D.C., he put it together. Google him. Bayard, Bayard Rustin. Google him. That's why when people tell me, "Oh, you're gay, you can't do this," you could be anything that you want to be, whether you're gay, white, straight, black, green, purple, orange, anything that you put your mind to, you can do. Anything. Yeah. Some people black don't even know about Bayard Rustin. Everybody think it was just Martin Luther King. No, Martin Luther King was anointed to just be the speaker. Okay. When Martin Luther King was just the speaker. God used him to just bring the word and to do what he had to do. And Bayard Rustin was here, and I'm upset with the King legacy because they need to put him in. They need to put his ass in there because, yeah, Bayard, Bayrad, Rustin, Rustin, he put everything together. He he taught Martin Luther King about nonviolence. If you don't believe me, look it up. Openly gay man. And his boyfriend is still living. Yes, his boyfriend is still living. Bayard Rustin. And the only reason why they got rid of Bayard was because the FBI was investigating Martin Luther King, and they was like, if you don't get rid of this Bayard Rustin dude who's smart whip, we're gonna put y'all two together, and that's gonna be the it. That's gonna be it. And everybody knew that he was gay. Martin knew he was gay. They was best friends. He was best friends with Martin and Coretta and all the civil rights movements. People, they all knew him. They all knew him. And when I went to every year, every time I go to Atlanta, I always take a trip to the King Center. You know, I've been there a million times, but it just soothes me to go there and just to, walk around and, look at the house and look at the church. And I asked them, why y'all don't ever talk about Bayard Rustin? They go, who is that? Really? You don't know who Bayard Rustin is? Well, they need to throw him up in that mix because he was the one that made all this shit happen, not Martin. He did. Yeah. Martin was just the voice. Yeah. And let me say this, and I'm gonna talk about something else. When a lot of people say there's so many gays in Atlanta, I'm fixing to tell you why. Here's the answer. For those who want to know why there's so many black gay men in Atlanta, here's the answer. Now listen to this. When Bayard Rustin okay, Liz. When Bayard Rustin was in Atlanta, Georgia, think about it. Think about all the people that said, girl, did you hear about Martin Luther King, gay friend? You know they were saying that, y'all. You know they were saying that back in the days. Did you hear about Martin Luther King's friend? He's gay. What's his name? Bayard. But they cool. Him and Martin are cool. He cool with the family. He putting everything together. He's gay. He's gay. So through the years, they knew this. So a lot of gay men flocked to Atlanta, not because there was other gay men there, because they felt if Martin was okay with Rustin, then this is like a safe place. This is where I want to be. That's why so many gay men are in Atlanta. People don't think about it. And Coretta Scott King spoke at the Gay Pride Parade, so duh. And I think if Martin had been living, he would have spoke at the parades. I really believe if Martin had been living, he would have spoke at the pride parades. Now his daughter, the one, what's her name? Not Yolanda. Bernice, aka Bernice the lesbian, aka allegedly, she was against the LGBTQ plus community because she was with Eddie Long, and when Eddie Long got caught up in all that scandal, honey, she hit it. She hit it, baby. She got up out of there. But she's totally against the LGBTQ, and that's fine. That's her right. But she's wrong to me because your father and your mother stood up for equality and people's rights. That's why I say you have to separate the church from the state. The church and state has to be separate because your mother and your father stood up for people to have equal rights like everybody else, regardless of what religion and God that you believe in. They pay taxes, they go to work, and they do this. They ain't bothering nobody. They human just like you. And that's why Coretta was involved with Pride. And I know if Martin had to been living, he would have been involved with Pride. Just saying. And for all of those that don't know why we celebrate Pride in June, well, we have different months, but why we celebrate Pride in June, the reason why June is Pride Month, for those who don't know, is because back in the 60s, I want to say 67, there was a building in at New York. It's still there. It's called the Stonewall. It is still there. Same thing happened with the black people. You know how they used to come and arrest black people and beat them up and all. They did the same thing at Stonewall. Stonewall was a bar, restaurant slash hotel, motel, and it was owned by the mafia. And the mafia didn't give a damn. Well, no, I don't, Jacob. I don't think they should be banned from holding office, but they got to learn. They got to remember what the forefathers said. It said that you have to separate. There's a separation of church and state, and these evangelicals, or whatever you call, they are trying to push their religion on people. You can't do that. That's why there's a separation. The forefathers were very smart. They knew what they was doing, but they trying to change shit, and they wrong for that. But anyway, so it was a late night in June, and the reason why we celebrate in June is because it was a late night in June. Now the police have always come. The police always came to Stonewall and beat up the gays, you know, arrested the gays, you know, and harassed the gays and do this. And they did it all the time. But this one June night, the girls had enough, honey. And they say it was a black drag queen that threw the shoe at the police, and that's what started the Stonewall riots. And so when the Stonewall riots happened, I think they lasted for weeks or months there in New York, in Greenwich Village, and that's what started the movement for Pride. For those who don't know, now you know. Yeah, everybody's gone through something, and you know, and it's not that it's not we don't celebrate Pride because we celebrate it because we screwing each other. We celebrate it because of what they did to the gays back then. They stood up. They stood up for you coming in the bar, beating them up, slapping them around. Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. They just think, oh, this gays. They know what you got. What is it you got to be proud of? We're proud that we know that we can go to a bar as grown men, grown women, have a drink, and not worry about a motherfucker coming in there beating the hell out of us. Hold on. 3 people killed. Hold on. 10 people killed in the mass shooting. Oh, that's old. The worst mass shooting. Okay, that's old. Okay. So, you know, it just, yeah, no, we don't just celebrate because we want to screw each other. That's not what the celebration is about. We're celebrating because we have a right to go in a bar, have a drink, and oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, and listen, Stonewall is still in New York. The first time I went to Stonewall, when I did the Maury Povich show, I kept saying I want to go to Stonewall. And by the way, Obama made it a national landmark, so it could never be torn down or anything like that. Former President Obama made it a historical mark, so it could never be torn down. So with this new administration, you never know. And so when the first time when I went to go do the Maury show, this is way back in 2016. You know, after we finished doing what we was doing with the Maury show, I said I got to go to Stonewall. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I just want to see it for myself. You know, and as soon as I walked through the door, and I was looking around, I was walking around, I was like, this is where it started. This is the place. It's just like me. I get excited when I go to the King Center, Martin Luther King's house, and the Civil Rights Movement, all this stuff. It's emotional for me. Like every time when I used to live in Atlanta, I would walk to Martin Luther King's house, and I would just sit up on the porch. Well, you probably can't do that no more because that bitch tried to burn the house down. Yeah, she tried to burn it. Y'all didn't see the video. It's online. She tried to burn the house down. Black girl, just crazy. So right now they're doing major renovations at the King Center and stuff like that. So, but every time I go there, I get emotional. I just start crying because I'm like, these people went through hell for us. They went through hell. Just like these young gay people who run around here. You say, I feel like you belong to history. I like these young gay people around here about their freedoms and getting married and all this stuff. This Trump shit right here. See, I went through this shit with Reagan. Reagan didn't like gays. He didn't care nothing about people who had AIDS. So many people died from AIDS back in the 80s because Reagan, they didn't want to do shit. So when Reagan died, I was like, oh well, he died. I remember what he did to my people. Nope. I was like, oh well, good riddance. So, and all these young gay people, this is a wake up call for them, and black young people too, that's running around here twerking. Work, bitch. You better work your ass to the polls. You better work your ass to the polls. Because I saw something on TikTok tonight. And the guy was saying something about April the 1st. They already starting this voting shit. It's starting to kick up again, like early voting and for this and that. And he was saying something about if they get these two people out of somewhere in April the 1st, it will change a lot of shit going on in Washington. And so these young black gay kids and these young black straight kids that think this shit is a joke, this is gonna wake their asses up. This lady said on TikTok one night, the guy asked her, "Did you vote?" I got Jesus, you dumb. Ooh, let me shut up. And let me tell y'all something. I know politics is dirty. I know it is. But there was black people who were beat, hung, and hosed for your black ass to get out there and vote. Not to sit around and say, oh, my vote don't count. Can you imagine what it would have been like if Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement, people were just like, child, we just going to lay down and let what happened happen? Hello? She said, oh, Calvin. Y'all know Calvin with the braces. He does comedy stuff on TikTok and YouTube. He goes in the stores and interview people. Real funny. Kevin asked this black lady. He said, hey, how you doing? She said, fine. He said, how you doing after the election? Did you vote? I don't vote. I got Jesus. Really? So you got Jesus, and now you got Trump. Okay? Think about it. You got to get involved. I understand, y'all. I know politics is dirty. But if we sit back and let the MAGA people or let the racist people, if we let them get away with all the shit they want to do, then we ain't going to have no rights. Yeah, Calvin, yeah. We ain't going to have no rights. That's why you have to vote. And these young gay people, these young straight people who run out here fighting and shooting, killing one another, they need to sit their asses down too. I'm so disappointed in the young black men this day. Y'all got to stop. Yeah. And one while, all these rappers was just killing each other. When the last time you heard about country and western young white country and western artists killing one another? You ain't never heard it. It's us. And let me tell y'all something. I don't give a damn what black pride. I don't give a damn what Black Lives Matter people did with that money. God damn it, Black Lives Matter still matter, baby. That ain't got nothing to do with what they did with that money. Or Asians, yeah. It don't have nothing to do with that money. So don't try to change it. Because black lives still do matter. It still matters. And we still have to fight because you have a lot of racist people out there who hate black people. Not all white, because you got good white people out there. You do. You have very good white people out there. Yeah. I see. Oh, they're doing a lot of protesting. Did y'all hear about all this protesting they about to do for Trump? Did y'all hear about that? There's supposed to be a lot of major protests coming up. like a lot. And it was an old white woman. She was in Austin. She looked like she was about in her 90s. She was out there. She was mad. She said, Trump is wrong, for letting this happen. And I'm out here to protest. I protested the Vietnam War. And she was hot. Yeah, so all white people aren't racist. There's a lot of white people out there who they don't want nobody take, and I feel sorry for the people. Now, I don't know if Elon Musk is going to be taking over these old folks' Social Security checks and stuff like that. But if so, that would be horrible. These people need their checks, and they need their, some of them need their house. I don't know, y'all. We just got to get involved, y'all. Yep, some of them voted for him. Yep. So it's a wake up call, and I hate that it happened, but it happened. So now we'll learn. And Elon Musk is very smart when it comes to all the stuff that he does, but he don't need to be involved in nobody's checks and housing and food stamps and whatever. None of that shit. He don't need to be involved in that shit. But this too shall pass. It's gonna get better or gonna get worse. I don't know. I'm hoping it gets better. Um, we, the midterms will be next. The midterms are end of next year. Right. The midterms are the end of next year. Everybody, if you didn't vote this year, get your ass out. I bet you a lot of people who voted for Trump this year, they won't be voting for. They won't not voting for him. But in the midterms, they gonna get them people out of there, baby. They gonna get them people out of there. These folks is crazy. But anyway, well, guys, I have really enjoyed you guys speaking with everybody on here. I'm out of town right now. I'm taking care of some family issues. I'm going to be going back home Monday. Then I'm going to be preparing myself to transition to another place. Um, um, but I do appreciate, and the reason why I go live on here is because I'm doing stuff with my mom in the daytime and my family. So I have to continue doing my shows, whether I do them at night or in the daytime. So I have to keep, and believe it or not, my views are up better at night than they are in the daytime. So I got to continue doing my lives. But I appreciate everybody, for tuning in. It started out a little rough. We had some trolls in the beginning. But believe it or not, those trolls really help my numbers. They really do. The trolls help my number. You said, those. Oh, okay. Mhm. But anyway, you guys have a good evening. If you enjoyed, you're welcome, Liz. Oh, by the way, y'all. Oh, I forgot. By the way, I'm doing a cruise. If anybody's interested, I'm going on my cruise. Right now, there's a $25 per person special. You have to go through. Okay, you have to go through. Trina, I need to get your Facebook. Y'all need to follow me on Facebook too. Um, um. Anyway, if you're interested in going on the cruise, okay, it's gonna be leaving out of New Orleans. New Orleans, okay, baby. We're gonna be leaving out of New Orleans. It's gonna be October the 27th through the 31st, which is actually Halloween. That when we come back, it's gonna be Halloween. So just imagine you go on a cruise, and when you come back this Saturday, it's Halloween in New Orleans. For those who celebrate, um, right now there's a $25 special. Mm, Okay. Oh, okay. My Instagram is PT's Point of View. Find me. That's PT's Point of View is my Instagram. Yeah, PT's Point of View. So anyway, find me and send me a message. Anyway, so right now it's a $25 special per person. Hold on, let me get the information right here. The new flyer has been made right now. I think she already made it. Something just came to my email. Let me pull up the. Nice talking to you, Red Men Work Gifters. At first, I thought you was a troll, but you kind of calmed down there for a while. um, so let me give y'all this information, okay? So I'm not getting anything out of this. This is all through. I'm just doing it because I did it last year, and we had quite a few people. I want to do it again this year, and we'd love to have y'all on board, okay? Um. Right now, the $25 special is per person is to March the 3rd. That's just a group level, but the $150 per person is due by June. Yes. And that goes towards rooms. So hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find something so I can give me an example about the prices on the room and everything. I'm trying to find it. It's somewhere in here. Hold on. And by the way, my Instagram is PT's Point of View. I need more people to follow me on Instagram if y'all can. PT's Point of View. Here it is. Okay, here it is. So, um, we have inside cabins. That means you can't look out the window. We have an ocean view where you can look out the window, and we have balconies. Okay, the $150 per person, that's not due until June. Okay, you have June 29th to pay that 150. Okay, so let's say a room is 700. That $300 that 150 is for everybody. It doesn't matter how many people in the room. Okay. And we're having a show too, Trainer. I'm having the show and I'm hosting it in drag. But we're having an old school throwback party. So that 150 is due by June 29th. That $25, it just gets you in group level. Once you pay the 150 per person, that's when they give you that's when they'll give you your cabin number and all that. You don't need a passport. You just need your up-to-date driver's license or ID and your birth certificate. It could be an old birth certificate, whatever. It don't matter. Good night. It doesn't matter. Um, the $25 per person is due by March the 3rd. It was February. They prolonged it to March, so that's good. They do have insurance and gratuity, but you don't have to worry about that until later on. Okay, it is fully refundable as long as you do it by August 13th. So, okay, but you have until August something to pay it off. So you good on that. So if y'all have any questions, you can email me at ptspointofview@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram at ptspointofview at gmail. I mean, PT's Point of View on my Instagram. Okay. It depends on which room you get. I don't have the prices for the rooms right here. I think. Oh yes, I do. Hold on. Wait. Oh, let me get this. Hold on. Let me see. Where's my other phone at? Hold on, because I had the prices for the room, but I got to look it up on my other phone. Where's my other phone? Let's see. I think. I think the balcony is $775 per person. I want to say the balcony is $775 per person, but you got to remember that 300. You're gonna, if it's seven, okay, you got to take the 300 off of there. So you take the remainder balance or whatever it is, plus the taxes and fees, and stuff like that. But if and you have to go through carnival groups, you have to go through the groups, and they only open Monday through Friday. But my phone number is if you email me and hit me up, I'll send you all the information. Yeah, I'll send you all the information. And depends on where you live. I would advise you to come in on Southwest. Depends on where you live, because you get two free bags. Okay, because you get two free bags, and you have to worry about the bags. Depends on where you live. Would you say you live, Trina? Have you been on a cruise before? Yeah, take advantage of $25 right now. Okay, Michigan. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, you have fun. Yeah, take advantage of that. Take advantage of that $25. But remember, that's just group level. That's just to get you in the group. But you got to pay that 150 per person. Remember, that goes. I think the 25 and the 150 goes toward your room. I don't care if you got four people in the room. Everybody has to pay that 150, and that goes toward your room. So if your room is seven, let's say if your room is five, and you put three part, you just owe 200 plus your incident, your insurance and your gratuities. That's not due until like a month before you go out. Actually, you could do the gratuities the day you get on the ship, which is like $90. And the gratuities basically is for people who cleans your rooms and stuff like that. But what we did was we paid the gratuity, but we um We paid the gratuity, but 2 days before we got back, I went downstairs and said, "Let me get my money up there because I want to give them cash." So I gave them cash. But the insurance you have, it's negotiable. I never got the insurance. I guess I've been lucky. You said we just got married last April. Oh, that would be nice. Yes. And I'll do congratulations for y'all on the cruise. Okay. Um so yeah. So anyway, just email me and I'll send you my number and we'll talk. Okay. Well, good night, everybody, and thank y'all for tuning in. And if you guys enjoy my content, my cash app is listed at the bottom. And yes, bitch, I can use a couple of dollars while I'm on the road. And if not, thank you guys so much for a great time. And I love you guys. I'm going to bed. Good night. See y'all soon. Bye. Bye. Bye, y'all.